All right, just doing a quick book review of this Taoist Alchemy of Wang Li, Volume 1 by Nathan Brine, forward by Wang Li. So this is a very expensive book. It's not a very big book, but you can see it's got the lineage authentication of one of the Dragon Gate master. This is the master who was described by David Verdesi as walking through a wall. If you can believe that, he changed his whole body into rainbow light and walked through the wall. And so he was the focus of the biography, opening the Dragon Gate. Now, I just want to focus on what I think is the most important part of the book, which is this concept of yi. And he says, this page right here, that yi is yang, and yi is intention. Now, most people know yi, or it's pronounced E, Y-I, is intention. So, when the Taoist Alchemy classics say that when Yi arrives, Shen arrives. When Shen arrives, Qi arrives. So that means Yi is before Shen, which is spirit, and then Shen, and then Qi. When we hear a loud sound, our Yi travels to the sound very quickly. Once our Yi arrives, our Shen begins to pool around the area where the sound occurred. So, Yi is related to sound. Try this. Look up from this book to a far wall. Now, while looking at the wall, clap your hands. Notice what happens to your awareness. Almost immediately, Yi arrives at the sound of your hands clapping. After a few moments, Shen begins to gather the spirit at the same location. So in other words, the Shen as the light is after the Yi. Now this gets into the superluminal sound from Gunther Nimps, where he explains that this superluminal sound is actually all around us all the time based on this phase shift of the frequency as a negative refractive index. And here it says, ears focus faster than eyes. Now, for most people, that'd be hard to believe, but that is explained by this superluminal sound from it's proven in physics that we can hear up to 10 times faster than time, frequency, uncertainty. Whereas in science, vision is measured as a linear operator, the speed of light. So the listening process is actually inherently precognitive, and Roger Penrose discusses this even. So you always hear first and then look. E is connected with the ears, and Shen with the eyes. E arrives at the sound. So actually E is connected, the ears are connected to the kidney energy, which is the Jing, the life force, and originates from the lungs with the breathing. And which is like our sense of time, So the awareness is considered to be passive, but the E is considered to be yang or active. And that's the listening process in meditation, what they also call ting in Tai Chi, as a deep listening. So usually when you hear this phrase, Shen arrives, then Qi arrives, but the E arrives first. You don't realize that the E is based on listening. Because normally when you think of non-Western meditation, they talk about enlightenment, and enlightenment is the Shen from the spirit. But it's actually first based on listening, and as the E. And this is what Ramana Maharshi called Muna Samadhi, or silence Samadhi, based on the listening, the logical inference, the source of the I thought. And so Nathan returns back to E in the end of the book as a more advanced practice. And he says how E is faster than Shen. And E and Shen both piggyback onto the breath to get inside the torso. So I say this is a great book. The best part, of course, is when he's talking about how Wang Wei Ping did the healing on him and the reactions he was experiencing. I haven't read the whole book, I've just given a quick look over. So he just calls it silent sitting. The silent sitting is the foundation of the practice. Okay, here we go. Use inner hearing. Listening to the area you're working on. So this goes back all the way to the Sound Bushmen 70,000 years ago. Visualize fire at the base of the spine and turn the water into boiling heat as steam. And that's it. That's the whole basic principle of it. So he's talking about listening to your heart. Hearing your heart means your mind is still. It's the first benchmark of success in Taoist cultivation. So it's interesting because at the beginning he hasn't talked about E. He doesn't mention E. He talks about Jing, Shen, and Qi, but he doesn't talk about E. And then later on he brings in E as being before Shen. And so you could almost say that E is the emptiness. In 2015, he was authorized to teach Dragon Gate. And then he came out this book in 2020. This is the second edition, 2023.